Minthara is an evil paladin in Baldur's Gate 3, and you can recruit her as a companion, and the character story is amazing. The interactions, everything about her is awesome, so when you get a chance, I definitely recommend doing a playthrough in which you pick her up. This video is going to cover what you need to do in order to have her join your party. First off, you need to reach the Emerald Grove. This is very early in Act 1, and you'll be led here by default. Basically, you can't miss it. Once you're here, you'll learn that the grove has been attacked by goblins and that the druids are forcing the tieflings out. You can select options here, and nothing will be set in stone or prevent you from recruiting Minthara. But eventually, you'll need to reach the goblin camp to the west of the Emerald Grove and hear what their side of the story entails. The goblins have their own leader, but you'll also learn of a drow that's been directing them from the Absolute's control. Now this is Minthara, and you can still do a number of side quests inside here as well. In fact, you could even rescue Halsin and Volo if you'd like. Then you can speak to Minthara when you're ready. However, interacting with Minthara will begin to set the tone for what needs to happen. You'll learn of her evil intentions, and you can accept her offer to infiltrate the Emerald Grove and open a gate. Once you return to the grove and have rested, Zevlor will want a word with you. Sound the horde to draw the goblins near, and then open the gate for them. This will turn the tieflings against you in a rather easy battle since you have the aid of the goblins. Continue raiding the village, and eventually Minthara will task you with also taking the druids of the grove out. Oblige, and the night will bring a celebration. The next step to recruiting her is, well, you need to sleep with her, in a rather graphic cutscene. When the morning comes, you'll face some dialogue choices, and without spoiling them, you'll want the conversation to conclude with a meeting at Moonrise Towers with her later on. As the conversation continues, Minthara will offer you help in getting to Moonrise Towers. She'll give you a lyre in which you can call a friend that will guide you through the Shadow-Cursed lands. At this point, when you're ready, head through the mountain pass, which in this guide is as easy as traveling to the west of the starting zone and then taking a very short walk to the icon on your map, which is again to the west in the next zone. But there's tons to do in the game before this point, and I'd recommend you tackle some other tasks unrelated to Minthara before leaving the original zone. As soon as you arrive in the Shadow-Cursed lands, you'll promptly be greeted by a goblin who will direct you to grab a torch and head down to the camp. Within this camp, you'll want to speak with the hobgoblin Krasif. Playing the lyre will bring out your guide, who is a Drider. This Drider will escort you safely all the way to Moonrise. Now there are various other ways to arrive at Moonrise and keep the recruitment of Minthara intact, but this should fit most playthroughs that you might be doing looking to acquire her. However, feel free to use whichever method you prefer to get to Moonrise. After arriving at Moonrise Towers, head through the main door to see some amazing cutscenes, and this is part of the reason why I recommend Minthara so much. She completely alters the story in such an incredible way. During the cutscene, you need to make sure that you select the third option, as well as pass a DC to have Minthara sent below rather than killed. After some more rather crazy cutscenes, you regain control and can head to the staircase east of your position to go down into the prison. Once inside of the prison, head to the left where you'll find her captive, and you'll need to initiate dialogue here and use any method that you can to get into her mind and free her. From there, you can attack the guards together. Lastly, you'll have to escape from the prison itself unseen. Again, there are multiple ways to do this, but the easiest method involves just backing out of the room that you're in and heading over to the door that you see directly across from you. This will require you to pass a DC in order to fool the guard on the way by if you're seen. From the outside, follow the path along the eastern side of Moonrise Towers, and you'll see a spot that you can jump across. Minthara will give her thanks, and you can tell her to wait in camp, where you'll be able to add her to your party after you escape Moonrise Towers. Congrats, her addition to the story is amazing, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Remember, when you exit the safety of Moonrise Towers, you'll be under the heavy shadow curse. If you don't have a moon lantern at this point, you'll need to walk your characters back to safety before you can go to camp and add Minthara to your party. Once back at camp, speak to Minthara and you'll learn more about her intentions. And again, such an amazing story and character here. I can't say it enough, but definitely try a playthrough involving her in your party. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and have a great day.
The prism will protect me. You will fight. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met. Now, thanks to the prism, the absolute... Rest well. And keep your wits about you. Tomorrow. Excellent.